Hello tribe, welcome. Yesterday I was doing a reading for patrons on this topic, and I do this reading for patrons quite often, not as much on YouTube, but I was really drawn to doing it here as well. Keep in mind, I do use Elgolab deck and I allow these cards to take me on a visual journey. So the messages are metaphorical. If I'll tell you that I'm seeing an elk and that elk is running somewhere or is scared, know that this is connected to you and we are just being shown a story that connects to your life. So keep that in mind. Pile number 1 is here, pile number 2 and pile number 3. If you need some more time, stop it here. I will catch you in timestamps. Hello group number 1, let's see what we got for you here. We have a Temperance, the Pond of Balance. Let's see where this takes me. I'm gonna volume up the music a bit, it helps me to tap in. The Pond of Balance. I'm being drawn to the depths of water. I'm looking at these dark spots right here as if I want to submerge myself in it and I want to go to the bottom. This actually reminds me of a pile from Patreon last night. So if you guys are watching from Patreon right now and you've chosen the same pile, then it's almost like a continuation of the story. But I want to go deep. It feels like I'm that fish and I want to go deep. I wasn't on the surface previously. What was happening, I was looking around for food or for something that is of some sort of importance to me at the bottom of the pond. I'm hearing all the good stuff that I need is at the bottom of a pond. I don't do this very frequently, but when I do, this is a time that gives me the most energy. And look, this is not going to be a logical story. I'm just being drawn to what's happening. I'm being drawn to why this fish is going down to the bottom of the pond. And I'm getting the feeling of resources. This may be signifying to you guys needing or wanting to dive deeper. Water is subconscious. Water is emotions. Going deeper to realize what you need to do more of in order to have more resources. Something that you really need isn't on the surface. It cannot be found on the surface. It can only be found by those who are brave, are not afraid to go deep into this dark water. Something that you need can be found by you if you are courageous enough, if you are curious enough. I'm hearing the abundance is down below. The abundance is there. Dive in. And now I'm being shown a lot of fish on the surface. And a lot of those fish on the surface are being shown as they never gone deep. They don't know what they are missing out. But at the same time I'm hearing, but not everyone has to know. Not everyone must go there. For some fish, it's okay with what they got on the surface. But it doesn't seem like it's okay with you. It does not satisfy you. You want more. I'm also hearing I need to balance my system. I need to balance out my system, and I'm being drawn to the body as if I can zoom into the organs of the body. Now I'm seeing a living being eating sea moss. Now, as many of you probably know, sea moss is rich in a lot of good stuff for our body. Do your own research. Maybe this reading will inspire you to take care of your body a little bit more, or to give it a boost of nutrients, a boost of vitamins, a boost of energy. If you don't feel like you have enough energy to dive in, you gotta first find something that gives you that boost of energy so you can go deeper. You cannot go deeper without enough of oxygen, and oxygen is a metaphor for me here of a resource that you really need. You're gonna have to hold your breath as you are hunting down below. You cannot hunt down below and find things if your body is not strong enough or it doesn't have what it needs. Now I'm seeing a human. I'm seeing someone who has been training, holding their breath for longer periods of time. Therefore, this person is able to see more of the ocean floor and all of this beauty. Where I'm seeing another person who just dove in for the first time. They didn't even get halfway to the bottom of the ocean. You can only see so much with what you have or how well you trained yourself. It's an interesting one. If you keep your balanced mind and body, you can achieve a lot. You can climb all the mountains. There's nothing that's going to be stopping you. So if you feel right now that there is some sort of a blockage, or you being stopped, or there is kind of like a break and you don't know why that is, maybe you want to pick up a couple of advice from this reading and see how that goes for you. Maybe you want to notice, recognize what your body is missing. What are your resources looking like? Are you courageous enough? Or are you satisfied with what's on the surface? And listen, the surface is not bad. If you're satisfied with, I'm hearing crumbs that you get, they may not be the most nutritious, floating on the surface of the water, but you still get yourself full over time. If that's fine with you, that's fine. But some of you want quality. You want more. So let's look at our temples. It's really important, pile number one. I can't stress this enough. Let's look at our temples. What time do you go to sleep? How does your breakfast look like? Do you smoke? Do you drink? How much? Any addictions? Overeating? Not eating enough? Are you listening to your body's needs? What was the last time you went to check your teeth? You went for a doctor checkup? Just those regular ones, routine ones. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time you had a good exercise routine? All of those little things, you put it together and then you're unstoppable abundance-wise. Part number one. I hope this made sense. For those who are curious, check out my website. I do have some cool stuff over there, like room and linen mists. You can tell I used up all of it already because this is my favorite scent. It is fresh, a little bit tropical, pepperminty, so it freshens up your space very, very nicely. So check my website out and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number two. Let's see what we got here. You got the High Priestess, the Crescent Moon Cat. Let me tap in. Let's see what this takes us. Have some of you been recently seeing orbs or flashes of light with the corner of your eye? You may have even dreamed of something really significant lately, that wasn't just a simple dream I'm hearing, it was a message for you for sure. A message not from outside of you, a message from your subconscious. Your subconscious is always watching. Your consciousness misses out on a lot of things. Your subconscious is always watching. Even if your eyes are not looking at a particular direction, your subconscious is looking there. It's like a very good, I'm seeing now a map. I'm seeing a map and I'm seeing a dot. It's like a digital map, a dot on the map, and it's kind of pulsating. And I'm seeing waves that are being spread out from the point where you're at. So those waves are a representation of how far your subconscious can see. Weird, I know. Pile number 2. I'm going to ask you a question. What are you doing with your intuition? In this lifetime, what have you decided to do with it? Are you using it? Have you reached your intuitive potential? Is there something that you're afraid of when it comes to intuition or seeing with your eyes closed? You have this skill. You have this in you for a reason. All of us got it, but you particularly, you have it more refined. You're being asked to focus a little bit more on your spiritual abilities in this moment of your life. If some of you have been interested in tarot or any divination work really, but you are always kind of maybe too self-doubtful or too afraid to try it out, or you were kind of maybe subconsciously afraid of picking that up because you knew that you will do a lot with it, you will see a lot with it. Some of you, yes, some of you feel like you are afraid of where that's gonna lead you. But let me tell you where that's gonna potentially lead you. A lot of awareness, a lot of truth, comfortable and very uncomfortable, and success. It's almost as if I'm seeing someone who is too afraid to be seen for their talent or skill set here. Because then everyone's gonna want me, everyone's gonna want my services or what I gotta offer. And I don't know if I'm ready for all of this attention. I don't know if I have enough capacity for that. I don't know if I have enough energy for that. And if that's the case, it's all about boundaries. If you got no energy for it that day, just say no. I'm not working that day. I'm not doing anything that day. I'm just taking a chill pill. I'm just being. I'm rejuvenating. Someone is being called to practice more of what they're good at, even if this is not connected to divination at all. You're being shown to me as someone who has brought a lot of wisdom and expertise from a couple of past lifetimes. There are a couple of past lifetimes that I'm seeing here in which you are doing the same thing and you are great at it, like a master of it. And in this lifetime, you started already getting hints of what it might be, what you are drawn to. You may feel like you don't know nothing about it, but your soul does. So the moment you're gonna start diving into this is the moment when you'll notice, at times you'll catch yourself, you go, I don't know how I knew this. You knew this, not in this lifetime, but you knew this in the past lifetime. A lot of things will come to you organically, because that's already in your IP address. It's just that your computer may look different, right? The skin of your computer is different, but the IP stays the same. All the info that was gathered up till now is in your IP. That's your soul. So what are you brave enough to start pulling out of yourself and start analyzing and building upon? What is it, pile number 2? What is it that you're afraid of here? Do you really need to be afraid of it? Some of you feel like you're gonna feel naked. Oh, people will see me for what I do. So what if they do? So what if they do? You're being asked to show yourself for who you truly are and to truly step into your purpose, mission, however you want to call it, into what you like. When I say purpose or mission, people place a lot of pressure on themselves then. And they think that it has to be this kind of grandiose, big, majestic thing that is almost bigger than them. It doesn't have to be that dramatic. It can be a thing that you are always very organically drawn to since you were younger. And it keeps resurfacing in your mind and you go, I keep wanting to do this. I don't know why. It's just something that I like. It was a part of me. That is it. That is it. It can be a topic. It could be a hobby. It could be an activity. I feel like I want one more card for pile number 2. Too many options, too difficult to choose. Listen, in this lifetime you're being shown as you got options. With this skill set, with this talent, however you want to call it, you can do a lot of different things. You don't have to be stuck on one. Sometimes people say, I don't know, like I'm good at this, but I don't know what's my purpose. Let's say I'm really good with numbers and I really like numbers, but I don't know what's my purpose. They're thinking that they only got to realize themselves in one niche. It doesn't have to be that way. You can branch out. So you start focusing on numbers. You work in one place. Or maybe you create a course or you help people with numbers who stuck at numbers. And then over time it starts looking slightly different. It merges into something else. So you don't have to be stuck on only one thing, one way. You will always be connected to those numbers. You won't wander off, even if you will. That's for experience, and that's also not a bad thing. What to watch out for? I must say this for pile number 2. You tend to, at times, get lost in illusions. So just watch out of that, okay? You may be my people who start asking for a sign about a person, about a situation, and you get very fixated on those signs, and then you see them everywhere, and then you get very confused. And it's because your subconscious is looking for those signs. So be able to differentiate between the signs that are actually popping up in front of you and it's outside of you, and the signs that you see, you think that are signs, but it's actually created by your mind because that's something that you're very much fixated on. A lot of times I'm noticing it happens when people are obsessed with someone, or they really want a particular individual. They start seeing their name everywhere. They think it's a sign. Listen, it's not really talked enough about, I think. But they get obsessed even more. Oh, I'm getting all of these signs, and why is this person not with me? And why is this not working out? I'm confused. Because the fixation is on this individual, and your eyes look for you to be right, show you the things that you've been thinking about. So just watch that. Also, don't get lost in spiritual illusions too much, or wander off from the physical plane too much. It's not good for you, pile number 2. The soul has chosen a body for a reason, a physical body for a reason. We cannot be too detached from the physical. If we are too detached, we are kind of floating. We are floating, we are not grounded whatsoever. You're also here to master physical aspects of the self and material world. How can I be financially abundant with the skill set that I got? No, I'm not feeling that I don't deserve it. No, I don't think that money is a bad thing, unless the person who has the money is a bad individual. And that's when ego kicks in, and that's how mess starts. It's not the money's fault, it's who is managing the money and what this person is doing with that money fault, right? Some of you may be afraid of too much money. You may be thinking that, oh, there are a lot of bad associations with it, so I don't want it. I don't want it, so I find myself in situations where I'm in a lot of lack. That would also be the shadow aspect and something to watch out for. Okay? Now, if you are interested, hop to my website and check out my little ritual shop. I do have some handmade room mists. You can see I've almost used up all of it because this is my fave. And any other things that are natural or connected to spirituality, you'll be able to find there. There aren't too many of them just yet. Hopefully, I will expand my shop one day. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom, by the way. There is a reason why I looked at it. When I start talking about my own stuff, I don't often look at the cards anymore. But this is connecting to the reading somehow. When I said expand one day, I looked at the bottom of a deck. This is expansion. On the material plane, the Wheel of Fortune is here, by the way. So this is coming back to you saying you can expand. In this physical world, you can have abundance. Don't forget that. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what we got for you here. It's one of those most innocent cards for me in this deck, and it's the Page of Cups, the Sister of Roses. Let me see what this takes me. What I'm hearing with this, let the fools fight. Why I'm saying that, I was taken to a situation like a movie scene before this one that is captured right now. Imagine the camera took a photo, and what I was seeing this this page coming from out there, and now it's bright, but before it wasn't that bright on the horizon. It seems like this page ran away from a dramatic situation, and what I was seeing there, I was seeing a lot of animals, and they were all fighting with their horns, and this one was standing and it was just looking at everyone. It's like, I don't want to be a part of this. See, everyone thinks that this is something that we're supposed to do. That's why we have these horns. We can fight with them. We can fight for the land. We can fight for the spot. We can conquer. But this animal was looking at all of them, and there's a lot of dust in the air I'm seeing. This is not me. I don't want this. I don't want this. Even though I also have horns, I don't want that. So this is drawing me to a situation. There is something that you got, like all of us, but you don't want no part of it. There is some familiarity here collectively that we all know how it feels. Let's take ego maybe, right? I want to fight for this spot in a job. I want to be the manager, the CEO of this place. And there are a lot of egos fighting. This is not a bad thing, by the way, right? Wanting that and fighting for that. If you know what you want, go get it. But this individual, I'm going to call them individual, is being shown to me as someone who does not understand why people do that. Why a lot of people do that. But I don't want that. Maybe instead of wanting my life in a way that everyone thinks it's supposed to go, I graduate high school, go to college or uni, then I have a relationship, or I had a relationship before, now I'm getting married, then the children, then house, yada yada. It's all like, it's a structure that has become normal for people to follow, and it feels like this individual wants things differently. I don't want my life to go this way. Maybe I want to live off grid. Maybe I don't need a fancy house in a good area. Maybe I don't want to go to this college. Maybe I want to do things differently. There is here in this pile like someone doesn't understand something that society does or believes in. And your card is saying that's okay. You don't have to fit in. You think, or you have convinced yourself previously, I feel like it's the past, that you're supposed to be somehow similar, or think similarly, or do things similar way, or follow this, follow that. But if your soul is literally fighting against that, if your heart is fighting against that, don't mold yourself into someone that you're really not. This may not be talking about you particularly. This could be talking about your child, by the way. You may have a child, and if this is for you, you know. A child that has shown you indirectly that not everything's gotta be perfect, or not everything has to go the way that you may have planned it for them. They are somehow different. They need different things. Maybe different way of teaching. Maybe you need a different way of teaching. Maybe you are the person who one day will come up with some sort of maybe educational plan, or a way to educate people differently. Maybe you are the person who's looking at old, expired ways of educating people, and you go, this is not right. We're not teaching people how to pay taxes. We're not teaching people how to differentiate a good and a bad relationship in schools. But these are the main things we gotta be teaching people: how to manage money, what is safe investment and what is unsafe investment, how to manage difficulties in the family situation, how to understand and how to pinpoint when someone is being abused or bullied, and how to help them out or help ourselves out. I really feel like pile number 3 has a connection somehow to humanitarian work. You may have a connection to education. You may want to be a teacher. You may be a scientist even, I'm hearing. Or a person who works with special people, people who need different approaches, people who need and want to be understood, but they are not a lot of times. You may be the person in this world who brings a different kind of light, something that is maybe a bit unconventional. whatever uniqueness you got in you, pile number 3, you're being asked to bring it out more. If you are a painter, if you want to be one, and you look around and you go, oh, there's so much art out there and all of it is different, it's colorful. But I'm a weirdo. I like my paintings in black, but pure black. But the only thing that pops out is the texture behind the paint. That's what I like. But maybe I'm afraid of putting work out there because maybe no one's gonna like it. But you don't know how many people don't know that they want that kind of art. Maybe because they haven't seen you just yet. Maybe because they haven't seen that done. They haven't come across that. Pile number 3, you're able to touch, but kind of like a niche. I'm hearing area of work that is not very widely known, or something that isn't created just yet, or isn't established or developed as much, and you want to dive in. So you are my people who are pretty unique, and you being asked not to be afraid to show up, to show yourself with all your flaws. Okay? And if you are curious and if you like what I do, check out my website. In my shop, not only I have my services, the bookings, but I also have handmade stuff, natural room mists and natural, I've used all of it, almost, and natural soaps. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.